So let me start with something that's probably going to feel a little uncomfortable. You get paid. You check your bank account. Your bills are covered. There's some money left over. And you think to yourself, okay, I'm good. Not rich, not stressed, just comfortable. And that moment, that exact feeling right there, is where wealth quietly stops growing. Not because you're lazy, not because you're bad with money, but because comfort is one of the most expensive psychological traps humans fall into. And the scary part? Most people never realize it happened. My name is Santosh, and I spend way too much time thinking about why smart people stay financially stuck for way longer than they should. And if you're someone who earns decent money, pays their bills on time, doesn't feel irresponsible, but somehow still isn't building real wealth, hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Because this video is going to challenge a belief you probably didn't even know you were operating on. Here's the thing, most people think wealth is destroyed by bad decisions, overspending, debt, gambling, impulse purchases. Those are loud problems. They're obvious. The real destroyer of wealth is quiet. It doesn't feel like failure. It doesn't feel dangerous. It feels safe. It feels like stability. It feels like comfort. And that's exactly why it works. Now look, there's a massive difference between financial stability and financial progress, but your brain treats them as the same thing. Once your life feels handled, your brain shuts off the urgency. And psychologically, that makes perfect sense. Your brain is not designed to maximize wealth. It's designed to minimize discomfort. According to Nobel Prize-winning economist Daniel Kahneman, humans are loss-averse, not gain-seeking, meaning the pain of losing $100 feels about twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining $100. So once your finances feel safe, your brain says, don't mess this up. And this is where it gets interesting, because wealth building requires discomfort right when your brain is begging you to avoid it. There's a famous number you've probably heard before, around $75,000 a year. A Princeton University study found that emotional well-being plateaus around that income level, today adjusted closer to $85,000 or $90,000. And most people hear that and think, so why push harder? But that's the wrong takeaway, because happiness and wealth-building behavior are not the same thing. That income level, you can pay rent, eat out, go on vacations, handle emergencies. So your brain decides the problem is solved. But mathematically, you're nowhere near financial freedom. Let's run the numbers. Say you earn $80,000 a year. After taxes, maybe you take home $65,000 to $70,000. You spend $50,000. You save $5,000 a year. That feels responsible. But here's what most people don't realize. If you invest $5,000 a year at a 7% return for 30 years, you end up with roughly $500,000. That sounds like a lot, until you realize that's not freedom. That's not optional work. That's not wealth. That's survival with inflation. Now you might be thinking, okay, but I don't want to sacrifice my entire life just to invest more money. And I get that. But here's the problem. You're not choosing between comfort and misery. You're choosing between temporary discomfort and permanent limitation. And this is where most people get stuck. They don't hit a wall, they hit a couch, a soft, comfortable couch. And once you sit down, you stop pushing. Comfort becomes a ceiling. You stop asking, how do I increase my income? How do I acquire assets? How do I leverage my skills? And you start asking, how do I maintain this lifestyle? And once that shift happens, growth flattens. Money works a lot like physical fitness. If you stop going to the gym because you're in decent shape, you don't stay there. You slowly decline. Maintenance feels safe, growth feels risky, and risk feels uncomfortable. Now add lifestyle inflation to the mix. You get a raise, your expenses rise just enough to absorb it. Not recklessly, subtly. A better apartment, a nicer car, more convenience. And here's what most people don't realize. Lifestyle inflation doesn't just increase expenses, It increases the cost of discomfort. Quitting a job feels scarier. Starting a business feels riskier. Investing aggressively feels dangerous because now you have more to lose. So you stick with what works, even if it's slow, even if it's limiting, even if it guarantees you'll never be wealthy. According to the Federal Reserve, nearly 40% of Americans earning over $100,000 a year live paycheck to paycheck. Not because they're bad with money, but because their comfort grew faster than their assets. People who build wealth don't eliminate comfort, they delay it. They stay uncomfortable longer. They don't optimize for happiness today, they optimize for optionality tomorrow. And here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Comfort is not the goal. Freedom is. And freedom requires systems that work without you. Investments, businesses, skills with leverage. Comfort is what you earn after freedom, not before. So here are 3 simple action steps. First, stop asking if you're comfortable. Ask if you're progressing. If your net worth isn't growing meaningfully year over year, comfort is lying to you. Second, create controlled discomfort. Automate higher investments. Delay lifestyle upgrades. Take calculated risks. Make comfort slightly inconvenient. Third, increase income before increasing expenses. Upgrade skills. Build side projects. Seek leverage. Lifestyle should lag income by years, not months. And here's the final truth. Most people don't fail financially. They settle. They say, "I'm fine," and quietly trade away decades of potential freedom. Comfort isn't evil, but unchecked comfort will steal your wealth without you ever noticing. And if this video felt a little personal, that's a good thing, because awareness is where change starts. I'll see you in the next one.